Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to yet another time travel tennis tournament. We are doing the modern men's qualifier for the Grand Men Tour in Madrid. Try to see which guys will be going to qualify for the tournament and all that. 6 tours, we did the 2020 men, the extra men, like the double stars, modern men, pre-open era, open era, and pre-war era. 6 times 16 is 96. And 96 guys will go to the Grand Men Tour. The ladies, we had 4 tours, so we made 24 ladies per tour, making it 96. So, yeah, 96 in essence. So, yeah, 96 and all that. So, that's what happens. So, yeah, 96 men, 96 ladies. So, if you win this round of 32 match, you're going to the Sweet 16. Well, you're obviously going to win the championship. I mean, they trip to the Grand Men Tour. But there will be an extra incentive because if you win this tournament, if you win out this tournament, you will get you get a 1 to 6 seed for the Grand Men Tour. No matter what tour you come from, you're going to get a 1 to 6 seed, and no matter what your numbers are, you're guaranteed at least a top 6 seed for the thing. If you take second, you'll go from 7 to 12, and if you take third, you're 13 to 18. You might not get seeded. Anyway, we have some matchups for you. We will have for you 6 matchups today, 4 tomorrow, and 6 on Friday. So the 6 matchups on the left side of the will be from the left side of the bracket. No JC Ferraro and no Fernando Verdasco. Those two Spaniards will be Ferraro and Verdasco will be waiting till Friday because they want a all Spain day. So that means we got 6 matches on the left side. Our first matchup is Roger Federer, who won 3 titles in the modern thing against touchdown Tommy Haas, as we call it. Now there is a little bit of a caveat. Federer is in the tournament, qualifying through the 2020 bracket. Federer did take third place in that 2020 tournament. He can qualify through here and improve his seeding, if you will. So if Federer does win, well, Federer and Haas, whoever wins gets the spot. Everyone wants touchdown Tommy Haas to do so that Federer can only get in one way. Federer won 3 tournaments. He won the first week's tournament and then won 2 of the 4 Grand Slams. He beat Nalbandian, Davydenko, Sampras, Fernando Gonzalez, and Andy Murray to get this far. His first, of course, you win a weekly tournament, you're not allowed to play in weekly tournaments. You can play in Grand Slams because for money and for boosting up your points. In France, he took on Cedric Pillin, swept him. He took down Todd Martin and Alex Correia, but Juan Martín del Potro sunk him in 4 sets. At Wimbledon, he beat Michael Chang and Goran Ivanisevic in straight sets, but had a tough time with Pete Sampras, who is, of course, one of the best players in Wimbledon history. But in New York, Federer jumped up. At number 7, he beat Muster, Correa, JC Ferraro, Del Potro, Nadal, and Agassi to win the tournament. Only twice losing a set. 3 times lost a set. Lost the second set to Muster, the second set to Ferraro, and the first set to Agassi, but he still won the tournament. And then in Australia, he beat Ljubicic, Verdasco, Henman, Andy Murray, Novak, and Pete in Australia. He only dropped 1 set, and that was the first set to Sampras in the final. Like, Federer has been like God mode, if you can say that. Tommy Haas, he won the Swiss indoors in week 31, got to Wimbledon quarterfinals. He beat Korda, Yuri Novak, and Krickstein, although Yuri Novak, he had to reverse sweep him, but lost to Andy Murray. Yeah, and then in Switzerland, he beat Kalemnikov, Borkman, Kiefer, Nalbandian, and Goran. He had to beat Marcelo Rios to get this far. Federer, as a 1 seed, got nowhere.
Quiet, please. Pass to serve. First game. Play.
"15 minutes.
15 love.
What do you do?
30 love.
Out!
40 love. Game, pass. First game.
Touchdown, Tommy Haas with the first game.
Love 15.
Out!
Love 30.
Out!
Love 40. Game, pass. Pass leads 2 games to love. First set.
So here we go.
Out! 15 love. 30 love. Thirty 15. 40 15. Game, pass. Pass leads 3 games to love. First set.
So Tommy Haas is up 3-0. Are you serious? This version of Roger Federer might be faltering, but Haas is up 3-0 on Federer. What a time for Haas. And Federer got him 7-6, 4-6, 6-4. Haas was up 3-0 and choked the first set. Won the second set though, but Federer beat him in the third set. So Haas is upset with himself. He blew it. Federer, he could have knocked off Roger Federer. It would have been a massive victory to get to the Grand Men Tour, but he can't. And it's like the Ladies Tour. You lose, there's no wild card. You're fucked. So Haas is OUT. Federer is allowed. Federer can still improve on himself. If he can get to the finals here in Madrid, he will get himself a better spot. That actually will be then the 13 to 18 spot. I think what they'll do is, well, they'll find another 2020 guy, but I think that guy will be one of the guy, and then that means one of the 2 guys who will not get a top 16 seed will happen from the 2020, and they'll just leave that moot, if you will. All right. Anyhow, the second matchup is Aaron Krickstein versus the number 13 seed David Nalbandian. Both these guys won a tournament. Krickstein went in Hong Kong. Hong Kong won. 35. He beat Rafter, Borgman, Safin, and Klipka. And he had to beat Thomas Johansson to get this far. Nalbandian, he won Stockholm in week 33. I know it was a long time coming, but hey, he's good. He'd be Pirelli, Johansson, Curtin, and then Pat Rafter in a tough 5-setter at number 13.
Quiet please. Nalbandian to serve.
And
First
no,
game.
Nalbandian did not play in the 2020 thing, so
out. 15 love. 30 love. 30-15, 40-15.
Out!
Game Nalbandian. First game. 15 love, 30 love, 40 love, 40-15, game Krickstein. One game all, first set.
It's a 15-minute time limit.
Love 15, 15 all. Fifteen 30.
Out!
30 all.
Out!
40-30. Deuce. Advantage Nalbandian.
Out!
Game Nalbandian. Nalbandian leads 2-1, first set.
So the bed, you have 2 more 12 minutes.
15 love,
Out!
30 love,
Out!
40 love,
Out!
40-15. Game Krickstein. 2 games all, first set.
Two through 15 minutes. The question on everyone's lips will be who won this one? So Nalbandian? How about yes? Nalbandian beats Krickstein 7-6, 6-4. It wasn't bad, but Nalbandian sneaks his way into the tournament, into the Grand Man Tour, and all that. So Nalbandian will have to face Roger Federer to try to ruin Federer's standing to try to get a better seed in the playoffs. Okay, so we skip Ferraro, of course, because Spain. Our next match is Pistol Pete Sampras, the 5 seed against Stan Wawrinka, who's already qualified for the tournament through the 2020 thing anyhow. So Wawrinka did not do well. Like in 2020, like he's in as a qualifier, but not as a chance to get a seed. Wawrinka would like to get top 3 to get a seed, but he'll have to beat Pete Sampras, which is not too easy. Wawrinka did not win a championship. He went to the finals in London and Brisbane, but it failed miserably. In London in week 18, he played Krajicek, Costa, Rosetsky, and Chang, beat them, and then lost to Andy Roddick in 4. And then in Brisbane, he took on Forget, Martin, Gorin, and Nalbandian, beating them, but losing to Chang. Pete Sampras surprisingly only won one tournament. I thought he would win more. He got to 3 quarterfinals in the Grand Slams fucking up in France. He won the U.S. Indoor in week 2. He beat Nishikori and Costa, but lost to Federer in Philly. And then in Memphis, he beat Moya for Nadal, even Nadal, yeah. JC Ferrero and Novak to do his job. So he beat every Spaniard possible except for Novak. And then at the French Open, he beat Tim Henman, winning 2 sets, 6 love. But Michael Chang beat him up like Sampras was down 2 sets to 9, forced to fifth, but lost. In England at Wimbledon, he beat Johansson appealing quite easily. Federer gave him a 5 setter. He had him in 8-6 in the fifth set. He swept Roddick, but Rafa gave him a tough time, taking him out in 5 sets, even though 4 sets went past the maximum, past the minimum. In New York, he beat Krajicek, Gaudio, and Haas without any trouble, but Andy Murray took him to the limit in 5 sets, even though Sampras was up 2-1. And then in Australia, after beating Rafter, setting off some Australian booze, Baghdadis, Rafa, he bageled Rafa the 4th set. He swept Michael Chang and he swept Lleyton Hewitt. He got to Roger Federer, but got taken out in 4 sets. Here we go.
Quiet, please. Sampras to serve. First game. Play.
Remember, it's 1 you're out, I think. Well, there might be some changes. There might be some moves, but you never know.
Love. Out. Out. 15 all. Out. 15-30. 30 all. (40-30). Game, Sampras. First game.
Let's first game.
Love. Out. 30 love. Out. 40 love. Out. Out. 40-15. Game, Wawrinka. 1 game all, first set. Out. 15 love. 30 love. (30-15). Out. 40-15. Game, Sampras. Sampras leads 2-1, first set.
Sampras up 2-1.
Out. 15 love. 30 love. 30-15. Out. 30 all. Out. 40-30. Out. Game, Wawrinka. 2 games all, first set.
Two after 15 minutes. Does Pete Sampras win? How about no? Stan Wawrinka wins 7-6, 6-7, 7-5. Of all people, Stan Wawrinka takes down Pete Sampras. Unreal. So there's a decent chance that Pete Sampras will not be going to the Grandman Tour after all. So Pete Sampras gets taken out by Wawrinka, who actually has a chance to improve his seeding, to maybe get a seeding. So Sampras loses. That's a shocker. Wawrinka will face either Safin or Ferraro in the next round to try to jump himself up to the quarterfinals and maybe the semifinals to get maybe a seed out there. But yeah, I know they're playing on clay, but Sampras was okay on clay, wasn't he? I don't remember. Anyway, our next match is the 3 seed Andy Murray versus Gaston Gaudio. Murray's won 2 titles. He won, of course, Wimbledon. Why wouldn't he? Getting to 3 of the 4 Grand Slam quarterfinals, winning Atlanta in week 12. Trying, but then Atlanta beat Halasic, Cilic, Layden, Unquist, and Courier to move on. Then at the French Open, Davydenko beat him on clay in 3 sets. And on grass, he beat Nalbandian, Fish, Cilic, Haas, Agassi, and Nadal. Only with Agassi and Nadal did he lose the set. And then in New York, he got to the semis, beating Rosetsky, Chang, Medvedev, and then having that tough 5-setter against Pete Sampras. But lost to Agassi in 4 sets, kind of running out of gas. And in Australia, he beat Courage, Coria, and Courier, the 3 Cs, quite easily. But then he faced Federer and got beaten in 3 straight himself. Gaston Gaudio won week 11. Got to the course in France, though. And at Forest Hills, he beat Tsonga, Coria, Haas, Rios, and Mantilla. But in France, he beat Unquist, Nalbandian, and Novak. He was down 2-0 to Novak Djokovic, but pulled off the reverse sweep. But Davydenko swept him.
Quiet plays Gaudio to serve. First game.
And no, Andy
Play.
Murray was not in the 2020 set. So basically, this is his one and only chance.
15 love. Out. Out. 30 love. $40 love. 40-15. Game Gaudio. First game.
So Gaudio won the first game of that one.
Out. Love 15. Love 30. Love 40. $15.40. $30.40. Out. Deuce. Advantage Murray. Game Murray. 1 game all. First set. Out. $15 love. 30 love. Out. Out. 40 love. Game Gaudio. Gaudio leads 2 games to 1. First set.
Okay, so Gaudio's taking it up and
Out. Love 15. Out. 15 all. 30-15. Out. 30 all. 40-30. Out. Deuce. Out. Advantage, Murray. Game, Murray. 2 games all, first set.
So again, we have a 2-2 after 15 minutes. So let's see if Andy Murray can pull this one out of the hat. And he does not. Another upset. Murray's gone. Gaudio wins 5-7, 7-6, 6-4. So Gaston Gaudio gets the luck of the draw and wins over Andy Murray. I know it's on clay, but it was randomly selected. Like, there was like clay, there was like grass, and then carpet, and of course, hard court. But the fact of the matter is that Andy Murray is out. Gaudio does his job on clay, and now he'll deal with Verdasco or Davydenko to move on and all that. All right, so 2 more matches. The 10 seed Andy Roddick will now take on Fernando Gonzalez. Andy winning the London Championships Week 18, got to the quarters of Wimbledon. Week 18, he on grass beat Safin, Cilic, Lubicic, Thomas Johansson, and Wawrinka to get into the Tournament of Champions automatically. And then at Wimbledon, he beat Philippoussis, Bjorkman, and then had a tough time with Del Potro going through 5 sets before Pete Sampras easily beat him into the mud. As we say, Fernando Gonzalez, he won in Madrid in week 15. On clay, of course, he beat Rafter, Layden, Courier, Medvedev, and Moya in 4 sets. Fernando had to qualify for this tournament by beating Medvedev in 3 sets.
Quiet, please. Gonzalez to serve. First
See what
game.
Roddick can do
Play.
here. I think if you're good on clay, you're definitely got into the swing of the modern men. I think.
Love. Out. 15 all. 30-15. 40-15. Game, Gonzalez. First game.
Big rink. Of course he would.
Out. Out. 15 love. Out. 30 love. Out. 40 love.
Out.
Game, Roddick. 1 game all, first set.
Went through 7 minutes.
Out.
Love 15. 15 all. 30-15. 40-15. Game, Gonzalez. Gonzalez leads 2 games to 1, first set.
Out.
$15 love. $15 all. $30-15.
Out. Out.
$40-15.
Out.
$40-30.
Out.
Deuce. Advantage, Roddick.
Out.
Game, Roddick. 2 games all, first set.
Two through 16 minutes. Does Roddick win? Oh, he does. Okay, so the upsets. There were 2 upsets, not this time. Roddick survived 6-4, 3-6, 7-6. So Roddick sends Fernando Gonzalez packing. So Roddick will be going to the Grand Man Tour over Fernando Gonzalez. So Eddie will now face somebody. Who will he face in the round of 16? Will it be Juan Del Potro, the 8th seed, or will it be Gustavo Curtin? Typical Brazil-Argentina fight, whether it be soccer or basketball or, of course, tennis here. Curtin made 3 finals, London, Bristol, and the Pro Championships in Boston, but never winning. Got to the semis in France. Well, of course, he's a clay court guy. He beat Simone, House, Federer, and Agassi to get through, but lost to the Potro in the semis in France. Lost to Leighton Hewitt in Bristol. Lost to Albert Costa in Boston. And lost to Tim Henman in London. Curtin had to face Peter Korda and beat him to face Del Potro, who won the Milan Trophy in week 7. Got to the round of 16 every Grand Slam. So Milan in week 7 on carpet, not on clay, but on carpet. He beat Goran, Muster, Roddick, Haas, and then Andy Murray in the final. Then at the French Open, he beat at number 5, he beat Halasic, Safin, although he was down 2-0 to Safin, he had to do the reverse sweep. Michael Chang took 5 sets. He was down 2 sets to 1 and beat him. Then beat Federer and Courtin to get to the final against Rafa, but it's Rafa fucking Nadal on clay. On Wimbledon, he beat Bruguera and Kucera, but Eddie Roddick took him to a 5-setter and won. In New York, he beat Korda in 5 sets. Todd Martin and Albert Costa, but lost to Federer. In Australia, he beat Krejcik and Simone without spilling a drop, but Novak brought him down to earth. Here we go.
Quiet, please. Del Potro to serve. First game. Play.
Here we go.
Out.
15 love. 30 love. 30 15. 30 all. 30 40. 'Deuce.
Out.
Advantage. Curtain. Game. Curtain. First game.
Put him in the first game.
Out.
Love 15.
Out.
Love 30.
Out.
15 30. 30 all.
Out.
30 40.
Out.
Game. Del Potro. 1 game all. First set.
Out.
Love 15. 15 all.
Out.
30 15. 30 all. 40 30. Game. Del Potro. Del Potro leads 2 games to 1. First set.
Went through 13 minutes.
Out.
$15 love. $30 love.
Out.
$30-15.
Out.
$30 all. 30-40.
Out.
Deuce. Advantage. Curtain. Game, curtain. 2 games all, first set.
Two through 18 minutes. So that's the question. Who's got it? It is not Corden. Del Potro. Well, he is the clay court specialist. And like a lot of times, Brazil loses to Argentina. 6-3, 6-4. Del Potro wins. He will face Roddick in a round of 16 match, for seeding purposes. So a couple massive shocks. Sampras and Murray both fall down to Wawrinka and Gaudio. It was like, this can't be right. Sampras and Murray losing when 2 of the legends, and you're going to get like other guys come in and play. So anyway, that's just the way it goes. So we know it's Federer versus Nalbandian. We know that Wawrinka will be waiting for Safin or Ferrero. We know Gaudio will be waiting for Verdasco Davidenko. And we know that Roddick will face Del Potro. So tomorrow we will have 4 matches for you to 4 matches tomorrow. That's the top half of the right-hand bracket. So Costa will play Agassi. Malavai Washington will face Tim Henman. Michael Che will face Coria. And Gilles Simon will face Jim Courier. That will be on Thursday. Friday, Ferrero will face Safin. Verdasco Davidenko. Hi. Novak Krejci. Moya Hewitt. Cilic Bruguera. And, of course, Novak versus Nadal. But a different Novak. Yuri Novak, that is. So we'll see what ends up happening there. A couple of massive upsets. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.